Yo, 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 this is your boy Fireworks, and welcome back. This is Snoopers Gonna Snoop YouTube channel. The beautiful white gold is here with us today, and you can see the background. We have something a little different because we are really not keen on this, craze that's going on right now with Five Nights at Freddy's, all right? And it's supposed to be a horror movie that's coming out again, I guess, in October sometime. And I have absolutely no idea about the lore, but this is something.
So we've never seen them.
Right, and this is something that we want to get into. And for me, from what I've heard from different people, it started out as a game, and then I guess it moved on and turned itself into this. So this is a video we're going to watch by a YouTuber named Krog, who has done a Five Nights at Freddy lore in 10 minutes video. This was given to me by someone in the Geeky Chat, so shout out to the Geeky Chat on Twitter or X now. But we're going to take a look at this so we can kind of get ourselves up to date, and then maybe after this we'll take a look at the trailer sometime before we go and see the Five Nights at Freddy's in theaters, because I know a lot of people have heard about it, and today we just got something in when we were at breakfast that said the runtime right now is 3 hours, but it's not done yet. So again, this is going to be a video us watching and learning the lore of Five Nights at Freddy apparently in 10 minutes. So we're going to try to catch everything. If not, oh well, but we can always go back and watch this video. You feel me? We just want to do it for the channel. We've never really kind of done something like this, but we're interested in learning, you dig? We're learners here. So before we get into this video, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up. Make sure you guys leave a like. If you're new here, hit subscribe and tap that notification bell. That way, when we do a video just like this, you all will get it first, okay? So again, this is Five Nights at Freddy's lore in 10 minutes from a YouTuber, Krog. All right? I'm Fireworks, the beautiful white gold, and this is Snoopers Gonna Snoop YouTube channel. And we back.
Minutes, ready, go. A guy named William moves from England to a small town called Hurricane with his wife and 3 kids. It's in this small town that he meets a fella named Henry, who has his own kids, and Henry and William become good friends. They decide on a business venture to open up a family diner that sold cake, and with the main attraction being these 2 animatronic suits that can either be an animatronic or can spring lock into suits that humans can wear. Keep that in mind, it'll be important later. Henry wore the Freddy suit, and William wears the Bonnie suit. Fellas, business is booming for Fazbear's Family Diner, so much so that they open up another branch called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where he creates 4 new animatronics: Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, and Foxy. But what we don't know about William Afton is that he's a crazed lunatic, an absolute psychopath. It is for this reason that it's assumed that Henry created an animatronic called the Puppet to protect his daughter Charlie from danger. One day in Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, Henry's daughter Charlie gets locked outside of the pizzeria. However, the puppet can't save Charlie as it's stuck in a box, and as William pulls into the driveway, he ends up murdering Charlie and dragging her into an alley. Once the puppet finally gets out of the box, it goes outside to protect Charlie, only to find her dead. What happens next is that Charlie's spirit inhabits the puppet, so it's now possessed by Charlie's spirit, and Henry lost his only child. Now, while all of this is going on, let's focus on William Afton's family. He has 2 sons and a daughter, but right now let's focus on the boys. The small one is Evan, and the older is Mike. Evan is scared of the animatronics, and Mike sees this as a wonderful opportunity to prank Evan. On Evan's birthday party, Mike, the older brother, decides to put Evan near the mouth of an animatronic version of Freddy to give him a big kiss. What happened instead is that the spring locks on the suit fail due to the moisture of the tears, which ends up causing the animatronic to bite down on William's kid like a Big Mac, killing him, thus marking the bite of 83. The death of his youngest son was enough to spiral William Afton's mind into even more chaos and psychotic behavior. He ends up luring 5 children into the safe room of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza dressed up as Spring Bonnie, from which he then kills them. But where would he hide the body, you may ask? Well, when Afton was designing the 4 new suits, he made a compartment specifically designed to fit children inside of the animatronics, and because of this, no one was able to find any evidence. The puppet, witnessing all of this, decides to assist the children, but there's 5 children and 4 suits. Where would the extra child go? Well, the extra child was stuffed into the Golden Fredbear costume, so now we have 6 kids that have their souls stuck in animatronics. Shortly after, Afton ends up getting fired from his own company and the restaurant is closed down due to health violations. However, William Afton didn't stop there. After the closure of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, he decides to make a new company called Afton Robotics and creates a new location specifically designed to murder children. But why, you may ask? Well, when Afton was murdering the 5 children, he discovered a way to become immortal, introducing Remnant. When the kids die, they release this material called Remnant, which bonds your soul onto something. This is basically how the missing children and Charlie were able to possess the spirits of animatronics.
Right.
He uses this information specifically to create Circus Baby, who is able to lure children in with games and then crush them inside of her stomach. So now we know that William's youngest child is dead, and his eldest is doing something not really important right now, but maybe later. Anyway, Elizabeth, Afton's daughter, is here at this private party to unveil the new location in the franchise, until Elizabeth gets a little too close to Baby, and yeah, she gets folded like a lawn chair. Anyway, because of this incident, the Circus Baby Pizza World was shut down due to a gas leak. But rest assured, he still kept the animatronics open for rental. For what reason? Well, you remember this guy, right? Afton's only son? William, being the wonderful father he is, he sent his son to locate and free the soul of Elizabeth, who is trapped inside of Circus Baby. So now let's shift to the new star of the show, Michael Afton, who survives the first 4 nights pretty well until around the 4th night, where technicians are instructed to scoop out the shells of the animatronics and take the salvageable endoskeletons. This scooping machine also has some remnant. I wonder why. Soon enough, all of the animatronics get scooped, but they all combine their parts of their endoskeleton into some weird megazord known as Ennard. On the final night, our man Michael ends up finding himself in this godforsaken scooping machine, and it turns out Baby's true intentions were to scoop the living hell out of Michael's organs and make some room for Ennard to chill in there, like some fucked up hermit crab. Needless to say, our boy Michael gets scooped like he's one of those strawberry sherbet ice creams, and all that remnant keeps his soul alive, whilst Ennard makes his way inside of the corpse to escape the complex. Wait, wrong game. Eventually, we realize that Michael's body slowly ends up deteriorating due to him being basically a walking corpse. A few days later, Ennard ends up escaping into a sewer system, and just when you think our boy is dead, he gets reanimated back to life. Now that Michael has freed Elizabeth, his new goal is to find William Afton. Fast forward a bit, Michael isn't able to find his father, but while all of this is happening, William decides to go to the original abandoned location to dismantle all of the old animatronics. William ends up snapping those fools like Lego bricks, but unbeknownst to William, he just awoken the spirits in a physical form. The spirits all gather up and confront William. However, in this safe room lies the very suit that William Afton used to kill these children. In an attempt to, scare them, he puts on the suit and laughs mockingly. It was all fine and dandy until those spring locks on the suit got a little too loose, and yeah, William ended up getting crushed and mutilated, causing a very ironic death. His corpse just laid there for a while until some fools decided to reopen the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise as a horror attraction. They found the suit and thought, hey, this bloody animatronic suit seems to be perfect to put inside of a horror attraction for kids. When they do this, William decides to become alive again and stalks this area for a week. I say a week because after 1 week passed, the building was set on fire. The reason being unknown, but all that you need to know is that Springtrap, or William, is still alive despite the fire. It's possible it could have been Michael to set the fire in an attempt to try and kill William Afton, but we don't know. However, he didn't escape without significant damage, as now he has to repair himself a little bit. And do you remember Ennard, who escaped through the sewer? Well, Baby was ejected from this and ends up having to piece herself together into Scrap Baby, while the rest of Ennard dons a Freddy mask to become Molten Freddy. We've discussed a lot of characters this video, but there's one that I haven't talked about in too much detail. That would be Henry, William Afton's friend, whose daughter became the puppet. In all of this grief, Henry steps in to finally devise a plan to end it all. He opens up a new pizzeria under the Freddy's franchise to gain the attention of the roaming animatronics, including Michael Afton, who still wants to find William Afton. Mike ends up getting the security job, and remember, he still looks like his father here. Henry creates an animatronic to capture his daughter. The animatronic is called Lefty, and little by little, Mike collects every single one of the animatronics into one facility, all according to Henry's plan. And on the final night, we finally get to hear Henry. He has this awesome speech that my words couldn't do justice, so by all means check it out on your own. However, Henry's plan was to gather all the animatronics to one place in order to burn them, freeing their souls. He tells Mike, the volunteer, that there was a way for him to get out, but he feels that Mike might want to die here. Henry commits arson to the building, killing all of the animatronics ever, including Mike, himself, and of course, William Afton. where his soul is presumably forever tortured by all of the animatronics. We finally get a peaceful ending.
Wow.
All loose ends finally tied together.
That's crazy.
How peaceful.
That's crazy.
Until the
That's
next game
crazy.
comes out. This is where another company takes control of the FNAF games instead of Scott Cawthon, so there might be a lot of plot holes. But it's up to you on which story you want to continue or end with. Anyways, it said that before William died, he uploaded himself virtually onto binary code, and when they developed a virtual FNAF experience, William's conscious enters through code and now is in the virtual game. He's able to use this power to slowly take over people's bodies. William ends up finding a host named Vanessa to take control of, using her to create an alter ego called Vanny, which William can take control of. Shortly after, a new FNAF mall is created. God, these guys really need to stop making FNAF branded things. And go figure, in this mall, 9 children are missing. Our main cast is the glam rock series of Chica, Freddy, Roxy, and this alligator who apparently jumped the living hell out of Bonnie and killed him. All you need to know is that these animatronics are in some way controlled by William Afton. Anyway, Glamrock Freddy ends up malfunctioning on stage because he is exempt from being controlled by William and he spazzes out. He wakes up near closing time only to spot Gregory, some homeless kid who presumably thinks that living in a mall with robot animals is a good idea. Now, some people assume that Gregory is an animatronic because how his vision glitches when he sees Vanny. Freddy and Gregory work together and basically end up stealing parts of animatronics to make Freddy stronger. To do this, they throw Chica into a trash compactor, snapping the alligator Monty into bite-sized pieces, and then promptly commit vehicular manslaughter on a fox. They end up exploring underneath the complex to find a replica restaurant where they find the Blob, a creature that has the souls of what seems like many animatronics. And William Afton, I thought you were dead. Anyway, William wants to resume his favorite hobby, killing children, so that's the reason why he wants to control all of the animatronics, is just to murder children. But after an epic final fight, Gregory and Glamrock Freddy end up burning the entire complex whole, which probably won't work on William Afton. And right as William Afton is about to catch Gregory and Glamrock Freddy, William Afton is captured by the Blob to, I don't know, some other place now. As you know it, the complex ends up getting shut down, and that's the ending. We get a beautiful ending, similar to the one of Pizzeria Simulator, overlooking a hill with a lot of corpses, and this time, I can say for sure, all loose ends are finally tied together.
All right, you guys, so welcome back. That was the lore to Five Nights at Freddy. So that was actually a lot. I don't... Go ahead.
I was just agreeing.
Oh, okay. I think that this is going to be interesting, seeing how it goes after children. Kind of like It.
This kind of reminds me of, like, Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, like a scary version of
Yeah,
that.
like if like Chuck E. Cheese was like this, it would be like that, I guess, because
The animatronics are, like, freaky. So when you look at them, they look scary to begin with. So the fact that the person behind them wanted to murder kids and then they just kept, like, upgrading them so it could just... that's good. Like, I can see how they could make that a movie. Absolutely.
And I wonder if, like, the movie is going to be broken down, or is, since right now it's 3 hours, is it going to be the entire, you know, I know we got like a second piece to the lore, but the first piece was kind of like the, I guess you would say, the origin of it.
Yeah.
And I wonder if we'll get into the origin of it and seeing the guys get, you know,
Right.
see the guy lose his son, and then, you know, maybe I forget the one guy's name, but his daughter turned into the first puppet, or
William.
took the first puppet. I wonder if we'll be able to see,
Or
like,
Henry.
it all come out. Like,
Yeah.
it all, I want to see, like, the whole rollout. Or will it start at Five Nights at Freddy's, it's open, and,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So, I think it's definitely could be scary.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are fan favorites of this. I know even people has asked us in the comments, are we going to react to the trailer? We're going to go see the movie. I want to, because, you know, we're horror fans here.
Yeah, we are.
And, you know, anything that, I guess, that adapts or is new horror or whatever the case may be, we want to check it out. We definitely want to check it out. When I heard it was a game, it kind of threw me off a little bit, but at the same time, now seeing the lore, I can definitely see the space, you know, where this can work out. You know what I'm saying? And I want to know who's directing it and how it's gonna look. I want to know if we'll actually get to see, like, you know, first animatronics, then they'll make them, you know, space to fit people in, and you have the ones where they were fitting kids into.
Yeah, right.
I want to know if we'll get into, you know, all that crazy stuff, or what it will honestly really be. I need to look up some more information.
And is it going to be like live action?
I think it is going to be live action, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is. So, you all let us know in the comments how you all feel about the Five Nights at Freddy lore. Shout out to Krog. He's the one that gave us the information on the video. So it was interesting, definitely, to take a look at. We had no idea. So seeing this, and the clips were from a game, basically from a game.
Right.
It was a game rollout. So I'm really interested to see how this translates to film. Especially, you know, I don't know if there's another one that came out before this, but starting out as of right now, it being 3 hours, it interests me. Because I wonder what that's going to entail. Is it going to show the whole thing or what? So y'all let us know in the comments how you feel. And yes, we'll probably take a look at that trailer sometime soon before we go see the movie, maybe, or something like that. So, and if we get any more information, I'll definitely talk about it on the channel, because I definitely want to know, and we want to know. So before we get out of here, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up. Make sure you guys leave a like. If you're new here to the channel, hit subscribe and tap that notification bell. That way when we do a video just like this, you all get it first, all right? So again, make sure you all are staying tuned to the channel, because we will be back with more content very, very soon, all right? I'm Fireworks, the beautiful white gold, and this is Snoopers Gonna Snoop YouTube channel, and we out.